So why should you start your retirement planning early? Hi, my name's Lee Gardner. I'm a financial planner, and this was a question I was asked recently in an interview I did with ITV News. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and there'll be links to loads more videos that I've done. And at the end of this, I will put a link to the actual interview I did that was on ITV News. But it's really simple. The earlier you start, the more you goes into your fund and the bigger your pension fund is going to be. It sounds like such an obvious statement that by starting saving in your 20s is definitely better than leaving it to your 30s or even your 40s. But research, as I've seen recently, shows that 24% of people under 35 haven't even got started or are paying anything in at all. Clearly, it's really important to save early, save often, to take advantage of life's opportunities and to be able to retire with confidence. So here are my 5 reasons why starting early makes sense. Number 1, it's just such an easier journey. Compared to saving aggressively for say 10 years before you get to retirement, giving yourself plenty of time to start saving money and getting money into your scheme is just a much easier journey. It also means you've got more disposable income to do other things outside of saving for your pension. Compound interest can make an enormous difference to the value of your pension fund at the end. The earlier you start, the more power that compound interest or compound growth can have, and it just really does accelerate your fund really quickly. Number 3, starting early just creates much more of a relaxed transition into retirement. There's no panic, there's no last minute rush. You know you've done the work, you know you put the groundwork in, you've been saving for decades, so that run up into retirement is so much easier if you've started saving early and you've given yourself plenty of time to accumulate your pension fund. Number 4, the earlier you start, the greater chance you give yourself of realising that dream of early retirement. So the ability for you to make decisions before the state retirement age, it may be 55, it may be 60, but to have that choice to think about either scaling back or retiring completely, it's a much easier goal to achieve if you've started early and you've started saving with plenty of time. And number 5, and I think this is one of my favourites, it allows you to be much braver and much bolder with your investment decisions. The longer time horizon you give yourself, you can take a much more aggressive or adventurous approach when it comes to your investing. You can make sure your fund has much more equity content within it, which potentially gives the chance of much higher returns over the medium to long term. And investing over the long term really allows you to take advantage of pound cost averaging. This is the ability when the stock market does fall, you're buying units at a lower price and are hopefully worth more in the future when you come to realise the value of those funds. So having a longer time horizon really lets the investment go to work and really create some fantastic results. So hopefully that gives you some real good ideas as to why starting early is really important when it comes to your pension. If you're sitting there and you have already got going, well done you, but you can always do more. What you need to think about doing is nudging up those contributions, reviewing that investment strategy. I'll put a link to another video which talks about how much you should be contributing, so check that out at the end of this one. If you're in your 20s, your 30s, or even your 40s and you haven't got going yet, listen, don't worry about it. Now is just as good a time as any, so it doesn't matter if you haven't got going yet. Don't give up on that. Just get going, get started, and you can nudge up and get yourself in a position where you can hopefully make up for some of that lost time. If you do need any help or further help with planning your retirement, you can always reach out and talk to us, but please subscribe, and there's loads of other videos that will may be useful for you in terms of what to do and how to plan your retirement.